Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, today we got to spend a little time on my 1965 Pontiac Acadian Canso. This is a Sport Deluxe model. Now, if you're not familiar with what these are, it is a Chevy Nova that came to Canada and was built in Canada and got all Canadian badging and trim and emblems. The Acadian logos all have a little Canadian flag on them. So when I started this car, I was trying to stay a lot of Canadian products on it, but that seems to be almost impossible. There's not a lot of Canadian stuff that we can get for it. I did go with American racing wheels when I first started this project. They're a little dated now. I would probably go to something different. It has 17s in the front and 18s in the rear. And today we were just puttering, trying to fit all the seals and moldings and see what's what. Because I've had it laying around for quite a few years. So we thought we'd see what the moldings fit like. Let's have a look. Got the new door panels installed. I love the black and the white look. Currently working on the door seals, and when you're doing these new door seals, they come with these little black inserts, and you have to drill every hole out because the new seal has a bigger clip that goes in. So you have to drill every single hole out all the way down under the door, and even at the front. All of the ones that come right up along the door here, well, you have to take the door off to get to those to drill them. So we're going to have to deal with that another time. Yes, the carpet, we just wanted to lay it out so that it was started to take shape. We have the factory original console, which is really rough shape and needs restoration. It's got a ratchet shifter just kind of sitting there. We're just seeing what we have room-wise. I had these seats kicking around, so we thought we'd see where they land. Are they too tall for this car, which I kind of feel they are. When I look through the side, being it's a two-door hardtop, I kind of think that I'd like to not see the top of the seats. I really like that look when it's clean and you can see right through. So we're undecided, but leaning more towards a lower seat. We do have all the new upholstery for the rear seat. I just don't have the foam yet. Have the window felts are in right now. Currently playing with stereo equipment. It had this panel was sitting in the car when I got it, and it had holes cut out for 6x9s and some 4-inch. So we threw a bunch of speakers. They're just sitting in there, just seeing what it looks like with all this stuff in it. We're also playing with all this stereo equipment. Originally, I bought all this stuff for a '79 Cadillac Coupe de Ville that we were going to build just for fun. And that thing blew a head gasket and was way too costly to fix, so we abandoned ship on that project. And then we were going to use all this in the boat. And then the boat blew up the motor, our jet boat. So it's at a standstill until we get our motor and figure out what's going on there. So now all this equipment is back to the Acadian. At one point it was going to go in the Acadian. We started designing a trunk for it so that we can have 4 12-inch subs and 3 amps. So we're just puttering, trying out all the seals here. The trunk seal is in, and it's really bulky when it's new, so the trunk doesn't want to stay closed. So we're going to let it take shape. If you slam the trunk, it will close. Oh yes, have a look at that. That is Mr. White's paint job and polishing. Now this car looks absolutely amazing. Anytime I pull this car out of the trailer, out of the shop, people want to buy it. We actually had the owner of Conquer Customs here the other day, and I believe those guys are filming a show for Discovery Channel. And it seems he's showing a lot of interest in this car. So, possibly have somebody really wants it, and I don't know if I want to sell it. I love this thing. But if I had to, I guess I could. It's not like I am short on projects. It does have a 383 small block. It's about 420 horse under the hood right now. It's all rollerized. It's nothing crazy, just a little small block with a crappy old ugly manifold on it, but I just didn't have a nice clean manifold for it yet. That's just there to keep the dust off it. But it is beautiful. A majority of the hard work is done. Do need a wiring harness for this thing. It has a structural integrity inspection on it, so it will need to be re-inspected. I guess it was in some form of an incident. I don't know if it was an accident or a fire, because when I got the car, it was all straight, and the steering wheel was really sticky, like it was in a car fire. So I do not trust the wiring harness in it. Definitely want to replace it. It's still the old one from '65 anyways. And probably about another $2,000 worth of glass and chrome moldings and all that fun stuff, door handles. And we can start bolting a lot of really fun stuff together on this car. So we're very close. We just need a little spending money. We need a few vehicles to sell, and we can throw some more money at this car. It does have Caltrax in the rear and a new fuel tank. So yes, we did Caltrac adjustable leaf springs with traction bars. Apparently they work really well on these cars. Would really like to try it out. There you go. We got a fun day on the Acadian today. This is definitely one of my favorites that I have kicking around. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.